first I'm gonna move some of these pieces out of the way. What you wanna start with, you can actually put some of these pieces together. This is the top piece. I'm gonna take these plastic clips and they slide into the slots. They go in on an angle, like kind of an arc. They slide right in. After we get these in, we're just gonna move this piece to the side. This piece right here has two legs. This is our back piece, so it'll have our handle on it. Hopefully, when you look at this, their vinyl wrap won't cover these holes up. But if they do, I will include measurements where you could kind of figure out where they go. I'm using power tools because I got them. Also, you want to make sure you don't put this on. There's another panel behind it. These screws are a little bit too long. Try and fix that before I send it. This one goes over here. Now you got into your side panels. As of right now, I'm shipping them with the axles on. We're going to keep one of these, doesn't matter which side. Then move the other side panels. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this inside facing up, the axle facing down. You might need to kind of do this kind of on a slant. Be best if we could prop this side up a little bit. I have a table, so it's a little bit easier. I'm just gonna use that. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab one of our side pieces. Right here. And what you're gonna do is there's 3 brackets, 3 little connector pieces right here. They're plastic, black plastic. They're going to line up down into these other 3 pieces. They slide right in. You're gonna wanna make sure that this slot lines up perfect. And then you're gonna take your 4mm Allen key. You're going to find the Allen key in here. And when you do that, you're just gonna twist it righty-tighty, and that's gonna lock this board into this panel. Sometimes these wiggle a little bit in transportation or when they kind of align. So you kind of have to wiggle your Allen key in there. Make sure you get it. Make sure you tighten it. It will not allow you to tighten it anymore at a certain point. You're going to take your other side piece. One of my first pieces. Right here. With this piece, you want to always just make sure that there's a top plastic piece. All the pieces up here go up to the top. Should be pretty easy to figure out because, again, this groove has to line up with the groove that we have on our side panel. Again, we're going to line up our plastic pieces. They should just kind of slot right into each other. Support it. Use your 4mm Allen. Lock that one in. And then continue to go down the next 3. We got 1, 2, 3. That's done there. Now, before we put this top panel on, we're gonna take the thin 1/4" sheet. You're going to take, there's a little cutout right here for the umbrella to fit through. You want that to be facing up when you assemble this. It should be back towards the handle. Doesn't matter if it's up or down, but it should be back towards the handle. Line this up with a groove. You're going to get it going. You want to make sure that it gets all the way down. Since this 1/4" piece, you probably have a bow in it. When you slide it in, it might be in on the sides, but it might be moving on the bottom. So you want to make sure you line that up. Make sure that goes into the groove, can't go any further. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our last piece, our side piece right here. Again, axle is going to be facing me. It's on my side with the other axle. These are a little bit trickier. It's probably be your hardest piece because you have to line up these 6 frag connectors, and then also that 1/4" piece of wood in the middle is still going to probably have a slight bow in it. So you got to line up that 1/4" piece, and once I got it lined up, this just kind of fell right down. I'm going to do the other side as well. Like I said, sometimes you got to move that 1/4" piece on the inside. Everything's lined up there. I'm going to take my 4mm Allen key again. I'm just going to lock everything in. Isn't too bad. Again, these like to wiggle a little bit, so the Allen key might not just go right in. So making sure that you have that inside 1/4" groove lined up will make sure that this top lines up perfectly, which is critical. Get that tight, we're good there. What we can do next is we'll take our wheels out of the box. Take this pin out. These wheels will just drop on. That just clicks in right there. Next up, I'm going to do this a little bit backwards, but do the same thing on the opposite side. You could actually like flip this over if you wanted. Might be easier to show. So this goes like that. I could put this last one on over here. Just slides on. This just springs open. Put it through the axle. Close it. There's a little bit of play there. No worries. Next up, this is on the ground. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to this back side where there's the hole that lines up for the umbrella, and we're going to take this piece, which I'll show you how to install in the next kind of little clip that I'll include. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the 6 other screws with a screwdriver, and you'll tighten this. It'll get screwed on the back side right here and on the bottom of this side. The only thing you want to be careful of is I'll get some special screws so that the screws don't pop through this side because it's a little bit skinnier than this one. Alright, next up we can kind of just spin this onto the wheels and then it just rotates up. The last thing that's a little bit tricky, we're going to take our part, this one right here, this one says B handle, this is our B handle for our part. We have to make sure that all the connectors on the top of these pieces of plywood are centered. They can move a little bit back and forth. Same thing with the connector on here. They still can move on that arc. So what we want to do is we really want to try and get everything lined up perfect. Center that. You don't have to connect it yet, just get it lined up. Go around. That one wiggle a little, that one's in there. It's good. Good. And you just whack. Alright. So sometimes this will happen. You just gotta pop that up a little bit. You gotta recenter this one a little. That one's in. Alright, so there it is. That's the cart for the most part. The last thing that we have to do is put the cooler in. With that, I'll make another little part. I'll include that in the next one.